What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I've been running a story lately about 3 missing people that were found murdered in their apartment where they supposedly had lived. These people were out of the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Shout out Charlotte. 22-year-old Markayla Johnson and her 2 children, 4-year-old Miracle Johnson and 7-month-old Messiah Johnson. New documents have been brought to the forefront leading up to the days of her disappearance and, the months of what's been going on. And this story is much more, just it's bad, guys. But listen, they found the boyfriend who was charged, Benjamin Joseph Taylor, found him in California. Those that have been following the story, 34 years old, awaiting extradition back to North Carolina. Man, let's go into the rabbit hole with this thing, man. You ain't gonna believe this. Check it out.
First tonight, though, we're learning more about what led to the death of Markayla Johnson and her children, Miracle and Messiah. We just got our hands on CMPD's search warrant for this investigation.
Yeah, the 4-page document does have some retractions, but we are able to see what happened in the weeks and months leading up to their disappearance. That warrant shows us Markayla first came to Charlotte fall of last year to be with a new man she met online. An unknown person came in early November to bring her and both children back to Myrtle Beach. The Johnsons then left Myrtle Beach again in late January to return to the same apartment.
And the warrant shows that outside of text messages, Markayla last spoke to the redacted person on January 20th. That person says the text messages that followed did not match normal communications. The 3 were reported missing to police on March 3rd. The family went to the apartment on the 5th to try and make contact with no luck.
And then the next day, a wellness check at the apartment found no necessary items to care for a child or a baby. CMPD requested the public's help on the 8th of March, and police found what are believed to be their bodies this past Friday. Her family spoke to media the next day.
She was a good person, and everybody knows Kaylin would do anything for you. She didn't deserve this. She did not deserve this.
Her boyfriend, Benjamin Taylor, is in a California jail tonight. He was found this weekend and charged with murder and concealment of death. Public records show Taylor has had multiple run-ins with police, including charges for assault and kidnapping.
We've been following this case since the very beginning. You can find our complete coverage right now inside the WCNC Charlotte mobile app.
All right, guys, that's the news. And strange. It's strange, but I mean, this goes along what we talk about and what I talk about on this channel. A lot of times, you can want to save somebody from certain doom because you see something that they don't see or they refuse to see. And it cost this woman subsequently her life and the life of her children. Looking at this thing where it's up here and it's talking about how, it's a timeline, and it says, March 3rd, she was reported missing. They did an apartment visit on March 5th, right? And then it says they did a wellness check, which said they didn't have anything suitable, no suitable supplies to take care of a kid. They did the wellness check. And I don't know if she was in the house then or not. And then it says March 8th, they request the public's help. So I guess nobody was there. So they did a wellness check. I guess the apartment people came into the apartment. Nobody was there. And they searched around, didn't have nothing probably as far as like belongings, like, stuff for a baby or whatever. And then it said they request the public's help. And then it says March 8th, request public's help. Bodies found March 15th. She was out of there. She met the guy in the fall online. And like, this is one of the reasons why I don't do online dating no more. I don't know what it was about this dude that made her get up with her children to start a new life somewhere else. See, this is the thing, man. A lot of people, especially ladies, got to understand. In my last video, I was speaking about this case, and I said, a man 34 years old ain't going to take the responsibility of a woman with her 2 children unless he has a plan. And he has some things in place to take care of 3 people and not just 2. They have an infant, 7 months old. That baby requires care. Expensive when you have babies that young. Formula, so on and so forth. Pampers. This guy convinced this woman to come down there. And if you notice, he says he came down in the fall. By November, she was right back up there. Somebody came and got her and took her right back because something was going on between the 2. Now, let's not, take anything from this. This guy has 12, restraining orders. 12, y'all, 12 restraining orders, either in his name or filed against other people. Now, check this out. I'm going to show you something up here. I'm looking at this article from this video, and it's talking about his record, right? And this tell you a lot. According to the North Carolina Department of Adult Correction Records, Taylor's criminal record dates back to 2007 when he was convicted of felony breaking and entering in Carabas County. In 2011, he was convicted of assault on an officer in Mecklenburg County, and again with another assault in 2016. In 2018, he was convicted of possession of a firearm by a felon, plus some drug convictions in Forsyth County. Taylor is also has a pending case in Mecklenburg County where he's facing possession of a firearm by a felon and a felony drug charge. Street dude. 34 years old, street dude. You could already look at, his picture and see that, he ain't about keeping his upkeep. This dude right here, man, is something else. And this is the same thing I say. You either choose love or choose dick. Well, I call it choosing dick, whatever, over your kids. Just because somebody right for you don't mean they right for your babies. It's not a good situation for growth and development for your children. I mean, we see this a lot, like just up and go, boop. Think about it. The first time she went down there, it didn't work out. Somebody had to get her. That's embarrassing. They take her back. Hey, don't mess with that dude. Now all of a sudden, up again and leave. I'd have gave her more respect if she had left the kids with somebody until she realized this was going to work. If she could. If she couldn't, she shouldn't have went back. Honestly, she shouldn't have went back at all. Because they said when they came and got her, she seemed like she was high off some type of drugs. See, guys like this, whatever they are, because remember, men are leaders, whatever they are, a lot of times it'll envelope you too, just being in their presence. And that's real. This guy right here was on a mission of destruction by herself, and she decided to follow him. And when I say follow him, I'm not saying she wanted to do what he did, but there's some commonality that brings a man and a woman together, regardless if the woman got kids or not. That's not his. And that's facts. That's facts. Anytime you have children, the main thing for them children is to give them a better life than you did, than you had, and have them avoid the mistakes you made in life. Children are like a second chance for you to do the right thing and, live vicariously through your kids outside of the mistakes you made, and make sure they don't fall into the same traps and pitfalls that you did as a parent. You see these people crying. She was loved. All the way from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I think that's in South Carolina. Yeah, I've been there multiple times. Yeah, South Carolina. All the way to Charlotte with this man under the premise of love and companionship. And all he wanted to do was cause some devilishment and destruction to her and the life of her children. What kind of man are you to take in a woman with 2 children that's not yours and not take care of them? Man, and then he ran off. And listen, I don't even talk about this no more, but I mean, this right here is eye-opening. And this is another scenario that we keep seeing. These women that deal with these dudes and just become part of their lifestyle, whether directly or indirectly, and bring children with them. It makes no sense. How can anybody, a lot of people say, oh, well, women ain't protected. People trying to protect her. She ran right back into flames and was severely burned, her along with her children. And that's facts. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. 34 years old, she 22 years old. He was more her age than she was his. 34 years old, 18 years old, that means what? You 16 years as an adult, you still ain't got it together, but you still want love, you still want that coochie, and you still want somebody to shack up with. And there's still people falling for that. Still people falling for that. And you can't tell me she didn't see signs. She just might have been too young to not even notice them. Because remember, he's 34 years old. This is a street dude, full of game. Full of game. And something that her was young enough to follow him, and it cost her everything. And a lot of people hurt. And my condolences do go to the family, but I'm going to keep it real on this channel. Keep it real on this channel. If I leave somebody, that's it. Where I got to pick up and move my stuff and face the embarrassment of going back to my family. Oh, it didn't work. I had them looking at you a certain way like, no, ain't no round two to that. We got to be smart out here, all of us. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Damn shame how you did them people. See you in the next video. Take care.